choice. Do it. Who's driving?
You're driving, Kenny, because you know why? Everybody's leaving this ship called AEW, man, and somebody's got to steer it, man. Like, we got 3 people leaving. One is Mark Henry. We kind of already talked about him, but we have 2 more.
Oh, no. But since we talked about it, now he's confirmed, and he said that it's
That's
up.
right.
So Mark Henry's officially gone now.
Gone out of here, man. He's out of here. Who else?
We got Arn Anderson. He's gone. He's out of here.
Glock man, okay.
And I think the biggest one that I'm actually kind of surprised about, because this one came out of nowhere, even though they weren't using him too much, I would expect them to keep him because this is Chris Jericho's boy. Jake Hager has been released. Well, his contract has expired. He's no longer with AEW.
No, sir. No, sir. And that's, 3 names. I think we have a lot to talk about with all of them. I think Arn Anderson, for example, is very interesting because this happened shortly after Cody Rhodes planting some seeds and saying, I need that, old school style freaking manager besides me for this run with this championship be awesome. And all of a sudden, Arn Anderson, who said nothing. Well, I guess he released, he let his son go from AEW first, and now he's following him.
Oh, yeah.
But
Brock Anderson, yeah, so he's gone too. That's
Brock
a big
Lesnar.
loss for AEW. What do you think?
Brock Anderson?
That's what I don't care about. But yeah, when his son left, I was like, yeah, Arn Anderson's probably on his way up out of there too.
Yeah, exactly.
But apparently he announced it on his podcast. I don't know what's going on though, because these are guys who were very high on AEW saying WWE was this way, but now AEW is so good, we don't have to walk on eggshells and it's such a much better place over here. But you mentioned Cody Rhodes did say he was looking for something. He was looking for that piece to add to his title run in WWE. So he might have been in Arn's ear, and honestly, we might see him make his way over there.
Why not make that piece a Glock? You know what I mean? There you go. But Arn Anderson is one of those guys who has given us a bit of a quote here, as to why he's leaving. One thing people know that I am very appreciative to have been in this business for 42 years. Damn, man, that's a lot of time.
That's a long time.
Said, this business does not owe me anything. I owe everything. Basically, Tony, we appreciate everything you've done for the business. The time I have left, I want to spend it with Brock, because I think Brock has the attitude and he will be a player for somebody. I've just got to get him some experience. So that's where I'm going to devote my time. That's what basically. This is all reason.
Okay.
May 31st. So just a couple of days later, if you're watching this video, a couple of days later, we uploaded it. It's probably out of here, man. So Arn is out. And it's not a big shock now that I think about it once again, Kenny, because when is the last time we've really seen Arn Anderson? That's my question to you.
Yeah, we haven't seen him in a long time, but I think he was more of like a backstage player than he was like a on TV, on air character. He was on air with Cody Rhodes, but I think his main spot was backstage being an agent, because that's what he was with WWE before they let him go.
Yeah, actually. Now that I'm scrolling down X again, someone made a really good point as you see this picture. And if you zoom into a certain part, I mean, again, it's just
Adrenaline.
The tale tells itself. And Cody likes to be the politician and be the good guy. So why wouldn't he say like, yeah, come to WWE. I'll look after Brock for you. And hey, if anybody made you that kind of offer in the world of professional wrestling, who are you not to take it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, for your young boy. But I'll tell you this, man. I understand this is his son. Brock Anderson's supposed to be the next big thing in his eyes, but I just don't think the kid has it. Like, you can see something in these young people when they've got that in them, but he seems like he's just a guy who's wrestling because his dad used to wrestle. If Arn Anderson was not in the business, I'm not too sure Brock Anderson would be even coming out of my mouth right now. Whoa. So what do you think, kiddo? Did you see his stuff in AEW?
Still, whoa. But yeah, I agree with you. Like, you can tell, even if somebody doesn't know how to wrestle, like, you can see clearly that they don't know the technique. They will show you hard. Like, you will know, like, oh, if this guy only learned how to wrestle, I think it's going to be perfect. And Arn had none of that. AKA, we're talking about the simple X factor. And Brock just seemed to be super green, super unaware of what's going on. I don't know. He does have the pedigree, though. Yeah. I would maybe put him in the same class as like Ted DiBiase Jr. Would that be accurate?
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ted DiBiase Jr. That was the one who was teamed with Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton in Legacy, right?
There you go. Yeah, the fact
I
that you have
just
to
didn't
confirm
have it.
that.
You know, he tried, but didn't have it. But
What about
I don't know.
Mr. Hager? Did he ever have it? Like, what do you think he's gonna do? Is he WWE bound now? What's going on with
I
this
don't
guy right
know.
here, man?
You know, he left WWE doing the We the People thing. Could you pick that back up and let it work? Would it even work if he tried to do that again in this day and age? Before he left WWE, they tried to give him something else. I remember he came out with like the backwards hat on and he cut a promo. And I think after that, they were like, yeah, you know what? Cancel Christmas on this young man. It just ain't going to work. But I liked him in WWE. I like Jack Swagger like around that time where he won the world champion. Because for me, I like the young guys coming up and giving new people big spots. And that's what he had. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for him, but if he does come back, he's not a top level guy. He's just somebody you can put in there to have great matches. I mean, you could put him in there with Alpha Academy. I think he would have something to add to them.
I don't know about this, man. Look, he had
You
the
get a
bucket.
new bully in there.
He got the bucket head, like not the head, but the hat, like Becky Lynch. You know, like he said, the hat stays. I like the hat, and
Hat stays.
he got canceled Christmas on him, just like Becky Lynch did. You know. Like, you know, on the last Monday Night Raw where Liv Morgan beat the hell out of her, man, and won that cage match. So I just like, if you remember, let me try to juggle your memory, and everybody's watching right now, let me try to juggle your memories. Like, do you remember his promo that he cut? He was all by himself right before he left the WWE.
Yeah.
He's like, I got a hot wife.
Yeah, that's exactly the same promo I'm talking about. And they were like, yeah, you know what? Maybe we got to get this guy up out of here.
I know, so.
They tried, man. He came out with the backwards hat on, cutting that promo. I was like, bro, they gave him the shot. It just didn't work. But, I mean, his promo stuff was goofy in AEW, but I think it worked for him, like the hat stuff. So, I don't know. Maybe if he goes back to WWE, they can make him serious again.
But this is
insane. He's not a bad wrestler, I don't think.
Yeah, I think he's a bad wrestler. What's with me?
I think he's all right. I think he's pretty good.
I think he's getting slowed down even more. I thought, number one, that this picture was nice. At least, you know, I was going to say he looks in shape, so you can maybe do something with him. Just because, yeah, you have the nostalgia, the name value. But, like, if we go here and pay attention to this was 2022. Granted, at the end of 2022, but he's been doing this hat gimmick for that long. So I think it's, you know, it's pretty old at this point. It's very one-dimensional. And I don't know if he's in the same shape that he was, you know, back when this picture was taken, because it's now 2024. We're in the middle of the year. And yeah, I'm not as hopeful as you are, Kenny. Like, I don't know if Triple H will, you know, take him up, because he's not an NXT guy. And even when he won the World Heavyweight Championship back in 2009 and 10, that was like when I really, really started watching wrestling. Like legit every single week and stuff like that. Even then, I basically knew nothing, and I still didn't think the guy just lived up to it. You know, he was like, he felt like a class below people like Chris Jericho and Edge, and like We the People stuff was interesting, at least I guess, with Zeb Coulter, I think. But yeah, if he ever comes back,
this guy, Jack Swagger hater over here, y'all.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not a big fan of the all-American. A
lot of people weren't. I'm sure people in the comment section will agree with you, but I think he was fine.
Yeah.
But last but not least, Mark Henry has confirmed he is gone from AEW. So do you bring Mark Henry back to WWE? He found Jade Cargill. He found Bianca Belair. He's a good talent scout. Do you bring him back in to do the same thing? Because Shawn Michaels has been doing a pretty good job.
I wonder where Shawn Michaels is hanging out, but like,
he's at Sexy Red's house right now.
He's crazy, man. But I had no idea that Mark Henry found Bianca and Jade Cargill. That is commendable. That is pretty respectable, I think. So, hey, man, if he's gonna continue to do stuff like that, hell yeah. Keep him in the WWE, bring him there. Yeah. At least we can play as him in, you know, WWE 2K25. Like, at least even that's good for me. So that he definitely should be back in the WWE umbrella, I think, because I mean, where else is he gonna go? And
yeah,
he's been criticizing
Legends contract,
AEW a whole lot anyway. So he's been making the bridge, let's say, to the WWE for a good amount of time now, not just, you know, around this time either. Like I said, it's been a while since he started criticizing AEW. So, yeah, I honestly not only believe he's gonna go, but he should go. Basically, he's in the WWE. That's not a prediction. It's a spoiler.
It's a spoiler.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of contracts coming up right now. These are Jake Hager is one I didn't expect. So
No.
I do expect a lot more to be coming up here pretty soon. So it's about to get crazy. And I will tell you this. We got a lot of people jumping from AEW to WWE. It's time for AEW to take those big names. And the biggest one they can take, contract just ended in WWE, kiddo. And I think you know who that is.
Yes.
Stays.
The hat stays, but Becky doesn't. I don't know. That'd be insane.
It would be insane.
Yeah. Quick update, by the way. I heard that from you guys that Bailey and I think Charlotte too, signed multi-year contracts. So
in December,
I think so. So they're not going anywhere.
I heard that's what they said. So
I'm sad.
Poor Bailey.
I know.
They got her and they was like, haha, gotcha.
Yeah.
Now they're just mistreating her. Hate to see it.